I am Boyd Getz, and I am the environmental specialist at Macomb County Public Works Office. We used Clinton River Watershed Council to help kind of study the river. They went up and down the river and found the biggest problem areas where that needed the most attention. They were the largest woody debris jams, or the places that were most like safety risk. And then we kind of like came up with a plan and then addressed it. And then subsequently we've used Clinton River Watershed Council to help with finding other areas. There's a need for large woody debris management in the river, and there was not a clear direction from anywhere on whose responsibility it was to clear that. Those large woody debris jams are expensive, and a lot of stakeholders, municipalities, cities, townships don't have the money that it takes to address some of the larger woody debris areas, or the amount that might exist. Candace saw an opportunity at first start where we just covered the cost. Like we paid 100% of the county funds on large woody debris removal, regardless of where it was, whether it was in Sterling Heights or Clinton Township or Shelby or any of the areas. We paid 100%, and then we moved to a more 50-50 cost share if we could, in order to make that money go further. So it's a big river, you know, it stretches across the entire county. It's completely navigable by boat, so there's a lot of areas that are constantly in need. So to be able to do a cost share with all the stakeholders along the river has helped, you know, make that money go further. Candace wanted to make the river more safe. She wanted it to be she wanted more recreation, and to for that to be done more safely. Candace is really concerned about keeping Lake St. Clair clean, keeping the water clean, and keeping it safe for boating out there. Just to see the amount of wood that goes out into the lake just through the spillway, it's quite a bit. Keeping the lake clear of woody debris was a big reason why we wanted to do this as well. When we say we removed it, we don't mean we took it out somewhere and got rid of it. A lot of the reason why the wood is in the woody debris is in the river in the first place is because there's an unnatural amount of water that flows through the Clinton River, especially during flooding, during heavy rain, during spring, snow melt and rain. There's an unnatural amount. There's heavy erosion along the shorelines, and trees fall into the river, and that's unnatural. So we try to take the wood from a location and positioning it on a bank to shore up the bank. So you're strategically placing wood so that the energy of the water is being deflected by the wood, and not being running directly into the riverbank. A lot of the wood we try to reuse and shore up the banks, the riverbanks. For the most part, especially middle of summer and beyond, there's not very many log jams that paddlers will come across. And whereas before there might have been a log jam that is just always there, collecting more and more and more, we are responding to those. There's always going to be large woody debris, and it's natural. I mean, it's a natural thing to have is large woody debris on a river, and it's part of the cycle of the river. But where sometimes there's an area that is unsafe, we prioritize those. There's parts of the river for everybody, you know. So there's fun little swift water areas that are fun to go down. Dark, cold water areas, deep swim hole areas, and then you get out to start getting out towards the lake, and the water slows down, it widens out, the river widens out, and it's almost, you can almost use paddle boards, or, I mean, you can go up and down the river. You can put in all the way up at DeQuinder by Yates, and then you can go all the way down to the lake. Not a lot of places, especially urban areas, have rivers like that. Yeah. And the Clinton is that, and it is resilient. I mean, it's a resilient river. It's got a lot of wildlife. I see bald eagles all the time along the river. I mean, you can paddle on it on slow days when the water isn't moving very fast, and you can just enjoy just the experience of it, and you're not moving very fast, and you're just relaxing, and a lot of capacity for recreational use. It's a great river. When I first started working, I was an intern, and that's when they were like, "Oh, you're going to be in charge of, large weight debris management," and let's go paddling, and went paddling, and I thought, well, this is really cool. I mean, this is a really fun and unique river that is right through the middle of Macomb County. Because people are drawn to water. People like to have water. People like waterfront property. People like to be around water and to walk along it, and like to know that they can have access to it and not be cut off from it. And so the more opportunity that there is for people to recreate on the water, it benefits everybody, and brings people in. When somebody is thinking about getting out of the city, out of Detroit, and they want to go recreate somewhere, they might think more to come to Macomb County because of the Clinton River, and the areas near it. The waterfront, the Lake St. Clair waterfront, the metro parks that are along the shoreline there.